Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg. And today's special guest is Kirstin Ross, who is a psychic medium and medical intuitive, and she's going to be talking about medical intuitive and doing psychic readings for you. And before I bring on Kirstin, I just want to make some quick announcements that on June 15th, I'm having Brian Rawls as my special guest on the Psychic Horizon Show. He's the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on June 22nd, I'm having J.D. Forrest to talk about runes. And on June 29th, I'm having Cynthia Starr to talk about soul healing. And this coming Saturday, I'm going to be at the Learning Light Foundation in Anaheim, California Psychic Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on June 24th, I'll be at the School of Multidimensional Healing and Science Psychic Fair from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Kirstin Ross. Hello, Kirstin.
Hi, Shelley. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great today, thanks.
And Kirstin, can you tell the callers a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I work as a medium and intuitive, so I connect people with their loved ones in spirit, and I also do intuitive readings about them and their lives, and also that includes medical intuition. So I also do some soul counseling, which you can look on my website about that, and some mentoring for people who want to develop their own intuition.
Awesome. And Kirstin, what is a medical intuitive?
Medical intuitive is someone who gets information from guides, angels, and about medical conditions that people have, and that includes pets also, just souls, basically, you know. We all have guides and angels and loved ones in spirit who help us to navigate life, and then there are some of us who sort of have a heightened sense and can help other people with that ability.
So you get the information from guides and angels?
I believe so. I mean, I take help wherever it comes from. But, you know, I always, before every reading, I open up my chakras and I ask for help from my guides and angels and loved ones and whoever can help me. And with medical intuition in particular, I have a guide who is a doctor and points to certain conditions, and I really know nothing about medicine. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, so sometimes I get names of diseases or, you know, problems I've never even heard of, and I just have to tell people what it is and tell them, I don't know, you have to look it up. And after reading, sometimes I have to look things up and just say, what is that? And then I learn about it. But really, the information is not coming from me. It's just coming through me.
Awesome. And let's take our first caller, Kirstin, which is area code 650. Hello, 650.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call. Thanks.
And what is your name, please?
It's Cindy.
Cindy?
Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi. So I'm calling regarding a passing that happened this week in our social circle, and I was just wondering if either one of you could connect with this spirit and just see if this person has any messages.
Okay. Let's see here. Just flip that switch here. Okay. All right. So right away, I'm just getting a feeling of being at peace and with the angels. I feel like this person was very connected spiritually or something, because they're showing me angels, which doesn't happen all the time. And just a higher, almost like a higher being. I don't know what that means even when I say it. But was this person very connected spiritually or something?
From what I understand, this person had some questions about life and our purpose.
Yeah. Okay. I feel I'm just trying to, connect, because when I come on as medical intuitive, it takes me a minute to flip that switch to mediumship, and I'm just feeling. I just keep seeing angels, honestly, and peace. So. Did this person have, was there a cancer connection? As I am feeling a cancer connection. Okay. So it may be somebody else coming through for you, because I do feel a cancer connection. And the person in question, I'm just trying to make a better connection with them. But also sometimes there's a feeling of when somebody is very recent, sometimes they need a little time to feel like they're rested. I just feel like they're still kind of getting used to being on the other side, and that can be why all I'm seeing is angels. And but I am connecting with someone who had cancer, so if that's not this person, it's someone else coming through for you. Anyway, I'm just going to ask Shelley, because I know I'd like to connect you with who you want to connect with, this person who's recently passed. Are you connecting with them, Shelley, in a way that would give her more information?
Yes, I feel that the woman that passed, Kirstin, is connecting to her, as she is around you. She very much enjoyed the group. I feel that there's a group of women that you're friendly with, and that she knows some of the same people that you know. And she very much enjoyed the group, this group of women, and enjoyed you. And so she's chosen to be around you all. She's like your guardian angel. She's looking out for you. She's watching out for you. She's around you. She reconnected with her mother. Did her mother pass away?
No, actually, this person that passed was a male.
Did his mother or father pass away?
A while back.
Because he's reconnected with his mother and father who have passed away. He's reconnected with his parents.
The mother is still alive. The mom is still alive. The mother is still alive.
The mother's still alive?
Yes.
And the father has passed on?
Yes.
He's reconnected with the father then, because I see a parent figure, and I see him reconnecting with the parent. He says he loves you, and that you were a great person to have in his life, and he was very happy to have you as a part of his life. and that you could always reach out to him and he'll connect to you from the other side. All you have to do is talk to him because his spirit is around, so he can connect to you and he can hear what you're saying. He may come to you in a dream, and that might be a way that he'll connect to you because he doesn't want to scare you, so he may just, may be more gentle to come to you in a dream. And he says that you will always be in his heart. He will always carry you in his heart and all his friends that he's left behind. He just wants them to know that he's with them, that he's still very much with them, that he's still very much present and with them. And, he loves you. And, Kirstin, how can Sydney get in contact with you?
My website is foreverinspirit.com, and my phone number is 310-490-7424.
Okay. And you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, dear. I'm now going to continue my interview on Medical Intuitive with Kirstin Ross, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 509. Do you ever hear back from people confirming medical information you have given them, Kirstin?
I do, actually. Sometimes someone has a condition. It doesn't have to be serious. It could be like, their thyroid is off, or, they just had unexplained pain, and people or spirit came through and gave them information, and then they were able to confirm it later. I had a client who had very bad stomach pain, and she wasn't able to sleep at night, and my guides told me that she had an ulcer that could be cured with a certain type of antibiotic, and they gave me like the initial of the condition, and so I had never heard of it, but I just said there's a P. Anyway, it turned out she had this. She went and got tested, and that's exactly what it was, and it was keeping her up at night. So she went on this regimen of antibiotics, and it cured this problem. She had H. pylori, which now I know, but I didn't know at the time what it was. And just things like that, like, like I said, like a thyroid hormone level, which regulates a lot of different things, or certain deficiencies in vitamins or minerals that somebody might need. I just let it kind of come through me and have to trust the information.
Awesome. And let's take our next caller, Kirstin, which is area code 509. Hello, 509.
Hi, Shelley. Good morning.
Hello.
Nice to hear from you. Hi. Oh, hi, Kirstin.
Hi.
My question, I am just wondering if my friend is having a child with Zoe or not. She's currently preggo with a boy, and he is thinking he's a father, but I just would want confirmation from my guides.
And what is your name, dear?
Erica.
And what is the guy's name that you think is the father?
Daniel.
Sanyan?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the girl's name is Zoe.
Mm-hmm. I do feel a positive thing from that. What happens when I get confirmation is like my heart starts to beat faster, and I just start to feel like energy around it rather than the opposite, which, my heart will go down. So I feel like that's a confirmation. Good or bad, but it feels like a confirmation that person would be the father. That's how I'm feeling about it. And I don't know, somehow maybe I'm not sure if that's welcome information, but I just have to tell you what I'm getting. Yeah. That's what it feels like. It does feel, like that. And, I think that, every soul that comes into this life is meant to, and every soul that is not meant to will, come in a different way at a different time. But so I just feel like no matter what, there's something special about this baby, actually. Okay, go ahead.
Really? Like what?
Yeah. There's something that I feel that there is a feeling of old soul or something, like this baby is going to be very intuitive or something, like the baby may have gifts that they can develop. I know that sounds strange to say about an unborn baby, but, certain people come into the world more sensitive than others, and I feel that about this child. So I just have to mention that.
Oh, okay. When you mentioned that we souls come in a different way, do you think that they come in like animals or different forms like that? Is that a possibility or?
I do. Absolutely,
okay.
I do. Yeah. So, animals have souls too, but what I mean when I say some souls, they're where, for instance, I'm not seeing that for this pregnancy, but where sometimes a pregnancy is either terminated or somehow not taken, all the way to fruition, then, the soul was meant to have that experience, both souls of, the parents and the child, and I do believe that, in reincarnation, and we do come back in different lifetimes. But we're still connected to the same soul family. It's a whole big thing.
Do you see that child being up for adoption? Because I know that he was going to be terminated, but then they decided adoption.
That must be why that
since
came
she
to
is
me.
adopted.
Okay. That must be why that
because
came
she's
to me.
adopted herself.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt a specialness about this baby, just a special sensitivity. Let me see. Oh boy. Wow. I'm just trying to tune in really deeply because it feels like such a profound decision that it's going to be a life-changing decision. So I feel like there is it's a difficult decision for this person. I don't feel like it's an easy one, and it's almost like I feel like I'm going to adopt the baby out, but then I can't do it or something. There almost feels like a change of heart about that. So we'll see what happens, but I feel like there's a chance that the baby might be kept. So it just feels so heart-wrenching that it might be like I can't.
We have to go to the next caller. I'm sorry, dear.
Okay, well, thank you. Sorry for taking so long. But thank you for the insight. Yeah, thank you, Kirstin.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Take care. Sorry about that. I get carried away.
That's okay, Kirstin. We're now going to continue our interview with Kirstin Ross, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 916. How do you tell the difference between your own systems and those you are receiving from other people?
Okay, that's a great question. When I meditate before every reading, I basically clean everything out. I make myself a blank slate. So even if I was having a headache beforehand, like in the morning, that would be kind of cleared out. So, making way for spirits and guides and angels to come in and impress upon me those symptoms. So during the time, I could even be sick and do a reading, and during the time of the reading, they remove the symptoms. So that I really am a blank slate, so I'm not really feeling any pain in my body during that, except for what comes in during the reading. So that's how I tell the difference, because, if I've meditated correctly and taken good care of myself, I really am blank slate and feeling no pain until I get something from my guides.
That's interesting. And Kirstin, let's take our next caller, which is area code 916. Hello, 916.
Hello, this is Nancy. Hi, Kirstin. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. My question is if there are any messages from my father who is on the other side. I have a lot of questions for him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, I feel like you're very connected to your dad, and you feel him already. So, I feel like what I'm getting right now is you need to trust the information you're getting, because sometimes, you don't really need a medium. You need confirmation that what you're getting is correct and true, and real, because I feel like you ask your dad questions, but then you doubt when you hear something, you doubt the answer. So you've already talked to him about this, and he's like, it's me. It's really me. I'm just feeling a bloat in my stomach, so I wanted to ask you about that, if this is something that your dad had. I don't know why, or he just had a big stomach. But right away when I started to connect, I just felt my stomach go boop. So I don't know if he had stomach issues or something, but I just wanted to mention that. Okay. So your dad's saying, I'm here for you. I never left you. And your mom. He's mentioning your mom, okay? So let me see what he's saying here. There's a feeling of love but separation. So I don't know how to interpret that quickly, because I'll do it for the radio. You have to do this quickly. So I don't know if did they separate in life or something?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. So he just wants you to know that there was love there, and it continues on. Even though they separated, there's still a love there. Even if they couldn't be in the same room, there's still a connection. Yeah. So is your mom still here?
No.
Okay. Because your mom feels close. And so, I just feel like this message is about you trusting your own connection. That's how I feel. Because when I feel like a parent is close and I almost feel like they're here, it's like she's still with you, and your dad is too. Even though there was a separation, there's still love there. Yeah. I don't know what this is about. Okay. So with mediumship, I'm just in one mode and trying to switch over to another. You know what I mean? The intuition and the mediumship. So I'm just feeling like you are very connected, and you need to trust your own messages. If you ask a question and get an answer, that is your answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope that makes sense to you.
It does. It does. A lot of it makes sense. So I thank you.
Good. You're welcome.
I feel, Nancy, that your father is with you. He's a very strong presence in your life. He watches over you. The love that you and your father had for each other lives on. He loves you very much. And I feel that he's at peace. I feel he's very peaceful. And that he reunited with his grandparents when he passed on. And did his father pass away?
Oh, I'm sure. Actually, I really never knew my father, to tell you the truth. I corresponded with his sister, but little things, that's the questions that I have.
Well, he does love you, and if he had lived, he would have looked for you. He did try to find you, and he didn't have success in finding you. And I feel that, that your father is with you in spirit. He may have not been with you when he was alive, but he's now with you in spirit and has had an opportunity to be around you. He's had an opportunity to get to know you, to see what a good woman you've turned out to be. So even though you didn't know him when he was alive, he is with you in spirit. He is definitely around you. His spirit is very strongly around you. And Kirstin, how can Nancy get in contact with you?
My website is foreverinspirit.com, and my phone number is 310-490-7424.
And my number is 818-744-5241, or you could go to psychichorizon.com. Thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye.
We're now going to continue our interview with Kirstin Ross, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 831. Hello, 831.
Anyone there?
Hello, 831. Yes, hello.
Hi.
And
hello,
who do we have the pleasure of
Lily.
speaking to?
My name is Lily, and I'm calling from California.
Lily?
Lily, L-I-L-I.
Lily, how can we help you today?
I'm very concerned over my hormonal son, who's 15, who his biological father and I believe my sister and mother may have had plans or trying to persuade him to move or just be, one moment he's being a great responsible child, and I know he's a teenager, but this is really out of characteristics for him, and I'm at a loss at the moment, and I can't focus on my own how I feel or how he feels because I'm being too much a mom and not stepping away from it.
Right. Okay. So right away I get confusion, like, I'm being pulled in like several different directions here, and with that comes, anger, like you're supposed to tell me what to do. So that's how I feel your son feels, and not just you, but, the adults in his life are supposed to know, and he's like, I don't know, I'm confused. So, yes, he has, like, raging hormones and all of that, but I feel it would really help if you don't meditate, if you start to meditate, and they're showing me birds. So get out in nature also, and it could be the backyard just so you hear the birds singing. You're in the moment, and start to breathe deeply. Meditation doesn't have to be in the lotus position, but just so you can be grounded and calm and connect with your guides, and so you can, instead of being in your head, and, you need to be more of a blank slate like I was talking about, so you can just be kind of a little bit neutral about this and a sounding board for your son, and talk to him and say what is going on when he's in that receptive place. Because if he's not in that receptive place, you won't be able to talk to him anyway. There'll just be anger coming at you. And there is something about, him being this age and sort of half in the child world and half kind of feeling like I need to be in the adult world and not knowing quite how to do that. And so that's probably why he's like being pulled towards his biological dad a little bit, feeling like I need to know how to do this. Although his biological dad, I don't know if there's alcohol connected there, but it just feels
There's
like
mental illness. There's mental
okay.
illness.
Okay.
I had to leave him because of that.
Yeah. Okay. It felt like substance or something like that, but it may be that kind of thing where it's just not good for your son, actually. But I feel like you need to get grounded first, and then you'll better be able to handle it. You know? So meditate, even if it's 5 minutes. That will help.
If his stepfather steps in, do you see resistance? Because he also feels at odds.
I do.
Like,
I do see resistance. I do. So I think this is going to be challenging for you, and so that's why you need to take really good care of yourself, because you're trying to take care of him, but you first have to put the oxygen mask on yourself. And,
that is my saying all the time. With my medical, though, with my health, I've had 11 surgeries for cancer, and I know that you're not a medical professional, but in general, and again, the meditation and the acupuncture and practicing Qigong has helped me a great deal. Do you see this? I'm tired of being tired. Do you see them narrowing it down with me?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I wish I had more time with you, because I feel like it needs to go more into depth, and this is not to try to, solicit anything. I'm just feeling like this would take more time.
Okay.
But yes, but you have a hand in it too. You have a hand in it too. So today seems to be all about people trusting their intuition, going deeper in yourself and working with your medical professionals. But there's something about your own intuition.
We're called a lot. Yeah.
Yes. So I wish I had more time, but I can't,
no problem.
do that right now.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Lili, did you have another question?
No, I do not. In your opinion.
I just thought I had to sort of wrap it up, so I'm trying not to go over long on my answers. But I do feel like between you and outside help, I just think you will narrow it down. And I know you've been through a lot, but you need to take the time for yourself. Look inward. They're telling me look inward. Okay. And ground yourself. Ground yourself. Take care of yourself. Yeah. And but yeah, the stepfather, I think you're going to have to get grounded and do it when he's receptive, is what they're telling me. Talk to him when he's, like, quote, sane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the hormones take over and there's nothing, you can't reach him.
Yeah.
But also confused and angry.
And his biological father takes advantage of that. He did that with our daughter too. Everything was okie dokie. The minute the hormones hit, woo, let's play with everybody. So I've had the barriers. It's a challenge. It's only a challenge.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I can't overcome it.
Right. But you call on your guides and go inward, okay?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Lila, your son loves you very much, and he also cares about his stepfather. They seem to have a good relationship. So on some level, he may not do what the stepfather suggests, but he will definitely listen to his stepfather, and he'll definitely take into consideration your feelings and the stepfather's feelings regarding his biological father. He will listen and take your feelings into consideration. I feel that that the problem is that he wants to have a relationship with his biological father, that the biological father is able to take advantage of him and is taking advantage of his kindness and his good heart. Your son has a very good heart.
Yeah.
And And I think that the biological father is not a well man. He's not really balanced emotionally or mentally balanced. So I feel that, in time, your son, if he's around the stepfather, the biological father, for any length of time, eventually he's going to realize that you were just trying to help him by what you said, that you were trying to be helpful, and he is going to realize that you were looking out for his best interest and to be helpful. And I feel that eventually he'll be more receptive to you and what the stepfather has to say, because he may be there may be something that occurs that makes him disappointed in his biological father, and he's going to be very disappointed in him. It's going to cause him to be disappointed, and it's going to cause him to, not totally pull away from his biological father, but to step back from his biological father, and then the biological father will not be able to have as much influence on him as he's had.
Do you feel that's in his teenage years or when he gets older?
I feel in his teenage years it's going to happen.
Okay. I think that's part of the issue with his education right now. He doesn't learn like everybody else, and the school won't accommodate for him. So he's stressing very hard, and in that stress, the stepfather, who I have 4 CPS reports on, does these little mind games with him. So he always attacks when you're the weakest, and it's only been with my mom and my sister too. So the influences it was very heavy, and as a mom, you're kind of like, okay, where am I going? And then you're trying to channel. And I walk the beach every day, and when you talked about the birds were just singing out my window. So that was confirmation to me. I appreciate the clarifying, because sometimes even as I too have abilities, you just need that confirmation outside your head. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Kirstin, how can Lila get in contact with you?
My website is foreverinspirit.com, and my phone number is 310-490-7424.
And you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show.
Thank you, ladies. Have a blessed day.
You're welcome.
You too. Bye-bye. I'm now going to continue my interview with Kirstin Ross on Medical Intuitive, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Kirstin, do you help other people develop their intuitive gifts?
I do. I am a mentor, and I just kind of, fell into my lap. People started asking me about it, and I said yes. And so much in life is just about saying yes, to possibilities. And that's kind of, about developing your intuition, like, is this real? Can I trust it? And the more you kind of say yes to it, the stronger it gets. The more you trust it, and the more you can rely on it. So absolutely, it's on my website. I mentor people, and you can do that in person or over the phone. I had a mentor over the phone for over 2 years. I never met her in person because she was 3,000 miles away, but I still consider her a mentor to this day, and just someone who's, walked the path before us. And it's just so helpful to have that, loving and assuring voice saying, yes, what you're doing is making sense and you can trust it. And I just wholeheartedly believe in mentors, and because there are guides on the other side and there are guides here. And so, everyone can teach us something, but there are certain people that kind of connect for a certain reason in a certain time period, and I love to do it. I just love to help people in every way.
That's good. That's good that you offer that for people. There's so many people that want to develop their intuition, then it's good that you're able to do that for them. And Kirstin, let's take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Kirstin and Shelley.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi. I just have a little simple question. I want to know, will I be able to buy a new house and move in by my birthday, which is August 22nd?
Well, I feel positive about being able to buy a new house. I'm not sure if you'll be able to move in when you want to. It feels like there's a little delay, so it might be a little bit past your birthday,
Okay.
like there's talking about. I feel like more like September, a little bit toward the fall, but
Okay.
I do feel like you will. I do feel like there's a new place for you, a new beginning, and it feels really positive to me. The energy feels good, but it might be more like September later.
Okay. All right. Thank you. What do you do, Alan?
You're welcome.
I think that you will be able to get a new home, and I feel that the new home will be more conducive to you walking. It won't have stairs. It'll be one story, and it'll have more than one bedroom, 2 or 3 bedrooms with 2 bathrooms. It's a good-sized house. It's a medium-sized house. It's not really large and it's not really small. It's medium-sized. It's in a good area because I know you don't like where you're living. I think that the area is nicer, not too far from the ocean. You get on the freeway and you're at the ocean, so it's not too far from the ocean. So you would be closer to water. I do feel that the move may happen towards September, October, the fall time, and I feel by then you'll have your affairs, everything put in order that you need to do to prepare for the move. Everything will be clean and moved. So I do feel that you'll move in September, October, Carolyn.
Okay, that's true.
And Kirstin, how can Carolyn get in contact with you?
My website is foreverinspirit.com, and my phone number is 310-490-7424.
7424. All right, thank you. Thank you both.
You're welcome, Carolyn. And we're now going to continue our interview with Kirstin Ross, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 551. Do you have any medical training, Kirstin?
Well, I really don't. The only I used to work as a licensed drug and alcohol counselor, so the only quote medical training I have is in, substance abuse, basically. So I guess that's not really medical training, but it's more like, counseling training in that field, very specific and narrow field. And, I wanted to mention really quickly, just for anyone who's in the area, that on Saturday, June 17th, which is a week from this Saturday, I'll be doing a Messages from Heaven group reading event at Mystic Journey Bookstore in Venice in the evening. And you can check on my website if you want to come. All right.
All right.
Thanks.
And let's take our next caller, which is area code 551. Hello, 551.
Hi, good afternoon.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Hi, this is T.
Hello, T.
Hi. Hi, T.
Hi. I just was calling for a general.
Okay.
We don't do
Any
general
messages?
readings. You have to have a
Okay.
question.
Okay. I guess pertaining to purpose in career.
To career?
Purpose
Yes,
and career.
like purpose,
yeah.
career. Yes.
Okay.
Trying to get a good direction.
Yeah. I feel like actually there's a couple of things here. There's a feeling of having like an office-type job, but actually sort of studying for something else in the healing area. So you may have like a day job where you're doing some type of, paperwork type stuff, but you're actually, I feel, going to be more in the healing area. So I'm not sure exactly, but it feels around taking care of people. So some type of nursing, but it may not be exactly nurse. Do you know what I mean? Like working with people, helping them. I don't know if you ever felt a calling toward working with an elderly population, but that's what it feels like to me.
That's what I kind of do now.
Okay. So you may do more with that, but like in a more education or something like that, so you move up, because it feels a little stuck to me when I hear you talk. So you want to do a little bit more so you can get to the next level. Do you know what I mean?
So nursing, not medical school.
Well, it's not that you couldn't do that. It's just that it feels like it does feel like working with elderly people, like helping the helpless. I just don't know. It just feels more like nursing. So actually, you know how medical doctors, they're not doing the everyday care as much as a nurse would. So I feel like you're doing more, I don't know if this is physical therapy or something, but I feel like working more hands-on with the patient. So it may be like... Pardon?
I'm doing social work.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I feel like it's more hands-on, so it may be something to do with not just helping them by speaking to them, but actually doing some physical work with them and, more closely touching them. Because I feel like there's two things you can do, sort of, helping them with their overall well-being, mentally, emotionally, but also physically. So you may do something that is nursing school, medical school, something like that, where you're touching the patient physically.
Okay. And I'm just timeline, because that's the direction I was heading. Like, what if you are able to see timeline? Like, when do you see me going to school for that?
Okay. I just got the number 2. So I don't know if you're saving money to do that or something, but it may be a couple of years. I don't know what that the two I feel like is 2 years. So I don't know if you're finishing something in 2 years or starting something, but there's definitely a 2-year mark that is significant for you.
Okay.
Yeah, because it just feels a little stuck right now, and you will get past that and move on. But I feel like there's maybe something you need to do to get more money or something like that first.
Okay. It's probably because with that you got to get into like nursing school, you have to get certain classes and courses.
I see.
To even get in a school.
I see.
But I was
so you need some more education first. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Yeah, I that's like something I've been doing. But I was trying to see if it was going to be part-time and still, or just full throttle again. And because I've been in school for a very long time.
Yeah.
So this is like.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that it looks like part-time at first, and you'll be doing full throttle later. It all will just know that it will all fall into place and work out the way it's supposed to. You don't have to force anything. So, if it feels overwhelming full-time, that's because you'll be doing part-time until it feels like I can now do this full-time and put my whole heart and soul into it, and I'm ready. So
yeah, I was thinking about starting in September.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would be good. There may be a 2-year process. I don't know. It seems like 2 years.
Yeah, because you got to do the courses.
Okay. Well, I think it's very positive. I think you're going to do really well and help a lot of people. So I would say go for it.
Okay. So you said more so nursing than medical.
Well, I just feel like it's hands-on. So I think you can do whatever your heart desires. But if you were going to be a medical doctor, I think you would be more hands-on than, sort of the doctor that just prescribes medication.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't always know how to interpret. I just have to tell you what I'm getting. And it just feels like you're touching the patient, where there are doctors who stand there with a clipboard and just say, okay, take these pills. That's not you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you do something as a doctor, it'll be more physically connected with your patients, which is wonderful. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We're now ready to continue our interview with Kirstin Ross, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 917. Kirstin, do you ever recommend any healing modalities for people?
I just, basically, I'm just the telephone. That's what I tell people. When people say, how did you know that? I say, I don't know anything. I'm just passing on the information. So if I recommend something, it is just because I'm hearing or feeling or seeing it, and my guides are giving it to me to give to you. So I would say yes, but it doesn't come, from me, and usually not from me in my personal experience. It comes from what I'm getting by being a blank slate and just letting them impress things upon me. And, so yes, I would say I do, but it's not really me. It's just through me and whatever my guides and your guides say, and make me feel and hopefully make me know. And so I can pass it on with, confidence and clarity. So, but I always just clarify, I'm not a medical doctor. I just have a heightened sense of intuition and use, work with my guides and trust the information I receive, and it seems to help people. And that's all we're here for, is to help other people,
Let's take our last caller for the day, 917. Hello, 917.
Hello, ladies. My name is Crystal.
Hello,
Hi.
Crystal.
Hi, how are you?
We're fine.
Okay, good. Interesting program. I'd like to ask a question regarding my finances. I was thinking about building an house for myself, and I just want to know if you think that's the right move to start the process now, or should I just wait till I have all the finances together?
Okay. You said building a what?
A home and house.
Oh, a home.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. So, there's a couple things here. They're telling me that you're a dreamer, but you're also a great manifester. So that, basically, if you start, things will happen to help you and conspire to get this thing done. I feel like you started kind of not knowing where it's going. There may be a stall, They're talking about a stall where, maybe there's a foundation or something, and then you say, I don't know what to do next. There's a design problem or something, and then it gets going again. So don't worry if there's a little bit of a break in the construction or something, like a stalling. And then I do feel like you will get financing, but you can start it. I feel like you can start it. Then there'll be a little stall, and then it'll be boom, there it goes. So don't be worried if for a month or two something feels like it's stagnant and nothing's happening. It's happening. It's just that sometimes the universe, you have to trust the universe's sense of timing. So I think that this will happen. It's just like you start it, and then you wait a little bit, and then you get exactly what you want. So, but they're telling me you're a dreamer, but you're also great at manifesting. So,
Okay, that's great. Because I really have the money to just, do the paperwork, but I don't want to be caught where something else comes up, and I'm kind of stuck between finding the funding. That's critical. But
I think it's important to believe, trust the universe that if you make a decision. And you feel like such a great person, by the way. That good things are happening for you, because I do feel like you give a lot to others, and so the flow is there. You know what I mean? Like I almost feel like you would give the shirt off your back. That's how I feel about you. A lot of positive energy around you. And so, you have to be careful. Don't let people take advantage of you. I think you've had those lessons in this lifetime, but now you've kind of learned that, and now you're ready to do this for yourself, right? So, yes, I feel like this will happen. Don't be concerned if there's a month or two delay, though.
Okay, great. And yes, I'm a dreamer. I really do.
That's great.
Right. All right, thank you. I'll continue to listen.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you both. Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I want to thank Kirstin Ross for being my special guest in the Psychic Horizon show. She'll be back in the future. I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show. Thank you for calling the show, Kirstin, and have a good weekend.
Thank you, Shelley. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.